I felt like that was a good introduction. You haven't moved your microphone, so I can't talk to you. She doesn't want to talk. She's not. Sure. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us on this fine Friday evening. I say fine. It's actually been pretty grim here. So, you know. It's been raining and shit. Ugh. How are you, wonderful human beings? How was the fish? It was very fishy. Very fishy. It was enjoyable though. We've literally got back less than half an hour ago because we went to Mr. Brombrom's house because he lives around the corner from a fish and chip shop.
My internet's not working.
Mine's fine. I've ordered new internet today. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
It'll be fixed at some point.
We do not recommend Rebel.
We do not recommend Rebel. Rebel says Wi-Fi. It actually works. They're fucking lying. They're lying. Today is sponsored by Raspberry and Lemon Mead. Raspberry and Lemon from Nidhogger Mead Company. Exclamation mark Mead. It gets you a discount code. Lovely stuff. Anyway. Cheers, because not only is the weekend, but it's also Easter bank holiday weekend, which means it's a long weekend.
I wonder what the statistic is for people doing DIY over this bank holiday weekend. Because we can't be alone.
I mean, we might be alone. What I'm hoping is that most of the audience is drunk and just start gifting 20 members each.
Well, I mean, don't, because I can't keep up with you because my internet doesn't work, so I have no idea who's doing what.
Well, thank you, Ian Clark, for becoming a Jarl tier member.
You might have to do that. Thanks, Ian.
Hopefully, you've all been bank holiday drinking, right? So we can get on the members gifted train immediately. That'd be lovely. I'd appreciate that. I was sat this morning. When was it?
Bless me.
I was talking to Joe about something. So it must have been about 11 o'clock after my accountant's phone call this morning. And I was trying to find when you're quite done.
Sorry.
I was trying to find some bases this morning for a project. I just really wasn't in the mood. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't interested. And so I chose not to. I chose instead to go and do other stuff. And I got me thinking, because I'm not in the mood at the moment with the hobbying. I'm not like out of love with Warhammer. I'm not like not interested in the game. I just wasn't really feeling the love for actually hobbying this morning. And it got me thinking, what would life without Warhammer be like?
You'd have so much more money.
I don't know. I saw it you and the kids. I don't entirely think that's true. But that got me thinking, what would life without Warhammer be like? So, tonight's, you can be funny and silly or you can be sensible. What would your life be like without Warhammer? And I've also put a super chat goal on for yellow super chats that says, quite simply, your other addiction. What is your other addiction? What is the other thing that you love and that you are like, shouldn't really... Because let's face it, quite often with Warhammer, people are like, shouldn't really buy those models, but I really fucking want them. Mm-hmm. And they buy them anyway. And that's borderline an addiction, right? So you guys tell me the same thing. What's your other addiction? Mine's like there's so often this last week because when I go a bit head mental, the thing that really calms me down often is Lego. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing I'll sit there in silence building away. And I may reward myself this weekend after some DIY if I get it all done, everything I want to get done. But I reckon that's probably the other real addiction, if I'm honest. And I'll sit there for hours and just build in basic silence as well, quite often, right? But I reckon that there's plenty out there as well, other addictions. And, you know, I'd love to hear what yours are. Stick them on yellow postcards for us with a bit more. Like I pick yellow because I like the fact that people can give a bit more detail as well, which is super interesting. Otherwise, if you're new here, because the subscriber numbers are still climbing. They're still climbing, which I'm very grateful for. If you are new here, this is our Friday evening show. Our Friday evening show doesn't typically talk much about Warhammer. Life without Warhammer is because we probably won't talk about that much about Warhammer. We'll talk about other things. that we would be doing instead, or things that we might be into, or interests, or hobbies, or whatever. We'll probably go off on tangents. We'll probably talk all sorts of nonsense. If you guys don't give me things to talk about, my brain will go on a wander, and we'll be talking about all kinds of crazy crap. And that's what Fridays are. Fridays is an end of the week, hang out, have a couple of drinks, unwind, relax, get ready for the weekend, chill out, get ready for content to go again on Monday. There is a slight change of content plan on next week as well, which I'll tell you. Oh, by the way, Tuesday's Liam and Joe show isn't happening. We'll be vagging from the studio in here instead. Because Joe's not coming to the studio on Tuesday. Because I don't need him for the game.
Badging from here in the studio.
Instead of the studio.
Instead. So you're here all day Tuesday.
Well, I'll be going in for the game in the evening.
Okay.
With Brom and Paddy.
Okay.
But I won't need to go over until like 4 or something.
Okay.
5 o'clock to get shit ready, so. Well, I think Paddy... Oh, hang on. That might change, actually, because Paddy said he might be free all day. So if he is free all day, he might be able to do a Liam and Joe show.
A no Joe show.
It might be a Liam and Paddy show. I might even let him sit in the fancy chairs.
You gonna let him sit down?
Running and going to the gym.
To the gym. I can do the going to the gym bit. I really struggle with the running shit.
Who was that?
That's from Mr. Roland Bain. Is yours still not working? Have you tried refreshing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slowly getting there. Roland Bain.
Roland Bain, thank you for the $10, the yellow super chat. The first one on the goal, what a legend. And Colton D, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. I've set it up tonight, Luce, as the Love Loose Fund.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're on 6 of the Love Loose Fund. You're not into that one?
No, it just feels a bit self-indulgent.
Oh, it's not
We can
self-indulgent.
change it.
If I put the Love Loose Fund on, it's not self-indulgent, is it?
Love Life Fund.
That's awful.
Or Love Limes Fund.
No, it's funny because it looks like Love Luke Fund.
It does.
Yeah, so I'm okay.
Well, if you're going to mistake it for a K, it would be the Love Like Fund.
Oh, the raspberry lemon's quite nice actually. I'm into it. Evan, thank you for Evan Manello.
Right, I'm up and running.
Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, you fucking dancer. Evan clearly loves loose.
Or limes.
Or limes.
Or like.
She might love limes. Or Luke's. Or life. Or limes. Or lice. Lappy Toppy takes 5 minutes to warm up and has a wind-up handle. Mm-hmm. Has she tried turning Lappy Toppy on? I like the fact that the whole of our audience call it Lappy Toppy. And I read it out as well.
Lappy Toppy.
It's not the name, team. It's not the name. Easter dinners here in Denmark. Get together with the family, eat all day and drink. That sounds incredible. That sounds incredible. We've got Easter lunch on Sunday.
Yeah, roast dinner.
Yeah, boy. And they can have their Easter egg hunt.
Mm-hmm.
They find all the Easter eggs and I can eat them all.
Mm-hmm. That's usually how it goes.
Banging. Banging. Evan, all the M's to Manello. Exactly. Yeah. My answer to this is football, watching and playing. Oh. I've if the team you've talked about previously is the team you support, it's not. Is it really football? Is it really football? Back on Luke then. Eh? What?
My other hobby is karate, so defo that. In a world without Warhammer, Mikey would probably still have the same number of live viewers. Man shrugging emoji.
Poor old Mikey. Poor old Mikey. Thank you, Jaco, you legend, for the $10. What a hero. Thought Joe was unhinged this week, throwing shade. Man lipped home. He did throw some shade this week, didn't he? Joe chose violence this week. He did.
Did he?
Yeah. He
Why?
chose violence this week.
What happened?
He just threw shade at other people all week, other channels, other people.
Oh.
A lot is typically. A lot is. I won't.
Oh, okay.
I won't. A lot of one of his previous employers.
I see.
It was an interesting week. It made me laugh a lot. I appreciated it.
I see.
Yeah. Oh my fucking word. Well, this is a good start, isn't it? Mr. The Roland Bain, after gifting us a nice yellow super chat, has come in with a 50 bomb off the bat.
With a fiddy.
A 50 bomb. Thank you, Mr. The Roland Bain, for 50 gifted memberships.
You're going to do the hope then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I slow
can't-
down and I go 50, gifted. It's because I'm also thinking of the hope at the same time.
I can't possibly be left in charge of a hope this big.
I hope for you, Mr. the Roland Bain, that the next time you go to fuel your car,
Oh no.
you find a fuel card on the floor. And just out of curiosity, you think, well, I'll try the fuel card, and it pays for all your fuel.
That would be so nice.
And it just continues to work forevermore.
Especially in this economy. That'd be a very good hope.
Is that a good one? I don't know if they have fuel cards in the US. But what a fucking legend. What an absolute hero. Thank you for 50 gifted, man. What a man. What a guy. What a dude. Any advance on 50? Anyone else want to match the 50? The 50 craziness. Anyone else? That's what they do in the auction houses.
I've played with the dog too much. I'm now covered in fur.
That's why you were sneezing.
Yeah.
It's a silly idea.
But she's so fluffy.
Yes, she is quite fluffy. I've been doing DIY today, team.
And he let me help.
There's no let you. It's not like I could go, no, you're not helping.
Yes, you could.
No, I couldn't.
Yes, you could.
You'd be, excuse me. Would you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuel for life. Feels good. Yeah, there you go. What a legend. Thank you so much, Roland Bain. You absolute hero. 66 members. Execute Order 66.
I don't know what that's from.
Honestly, this woman. Has anyone got much planned for this wonderful bank holiday weekend anyway? Whether that's be Warhammer related or not. It can be anything, by the way.
I'm going to sleep.
Are you, though? Are you?
I will sleep.
Because that's been a struggle lately.
The hours of 10 and 6, I will sleep.
Anyone going to the Bath and West show this year? What's that? I would like for you to not wake up at 6 a.m. That would be great.
I don't. It's not that I want to wake up at 6. It's that
And
I
then-
just wake up at 6.
And then putting the news on your phone and basically pressing against the back of my head would be great.
I'll just come downstairs
I don't
tomorrow.
want to wake up to the dulcet tones of Richard fucking Madeley. I'm not interested. Thank you. No, you can't come downstairs because you need to bring me my coffee.
Well, then you're just going to have to listen to the news.
It's
quietly.
easy. You just stay asleep. Have you tried that? Just stay asleep.
I can't do it.
Unfortunately, I have to work. What'd you do? We do this every now and again. It's always fucking interesting. If we're not sure what you do, stick it in chat. Tell us what you do for a living. I love hearing about what people do for a living. Oh, that should have been the yellow super chat goal. Badly describe what you do for a living. You type like quite an old person. What are you typing?
What I do for a living.
Honestly. On my own, family gone away, couldn't go as I have work on Sunday, so Warhammer. That sounds like an alright day though, doesn't it, to be fair? Given my Emperor's Children run out against Death Guard tomorrow, I had to quickly kit bash a Lord Cacophonus yesterday for it. Strong. I think Joe's looking at kit bashing Lord Cacophonus out of the Noise Marine kit, so it's definitely possible. Railway engineer, that used to be me. Professional water hose operator.
Oh, is that a fireman?
I'm here for it. 3 more services to go. I bet it's quite busy for you, isn't it, Rev, this weekend? I'm getting into ironworking as my second career, waiting for the union to give me a contract, though. I'm a professional mismanager and chatterer. He's a project manager. I'm dad's taxi tonight, daughter going out for a few drinks. When I was younger, I used to have friends' parents who used to do that.
What, they'd stay up and...
They'd go out for a few drinks and be like, it's all right, my dad's picking me up, or it's all right, my mum's going to get us. My parents would be like, I'm fucking not. If you want to go out for a few drinks, you can go out for a few drinks. I'll be in fucking bed. Make your own way home, dickhead.
Yes, we all saw your very quiet re-entry back into the family.
How much for a loose, mate?
How much for a loose hope?
I feel bad about this. They're 20 members.
Yeah, don't do
But
that.
Roland's just done 50.
And he got a very juicy,
He got a
fiddy
great
hope.
hope, to be
Yeah.
fair. But, you know, they're 20 members for Roland. So, but maybe wait till like another stream, you know? I'm changing my hairstyle. Can you tell?
What are you going for?
He's slowly putting the disconnects back in, but he's doing it in a neater way than I had it done before.
Oh, okay.
I said to him, right, right, Ben, I want to change my haircut again. He was like, we literally changed it like 3 months ago. I was like, I don't want to change it again. He's like, fucking hell, you're worse than my missus. I was like, that's correct. He said, what do you want? I said, you know Brad Pitt out of Fury? I want to look like that. And he went, I can't work miracles. I was like, no, the hair. Don't worry about the rest. That's for me to work on. I like that haircut. I'm also a time server electrician and instrument mechanic. I didn't know that was your background, Dave. I think I did, actually. I think you told me that.
I single-handedly manned the helpline for Rebel internet provider. Been speaking to a right knobhead this week.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't phone them, Kev. Which is ironic, because the way I have to email Rebel support is by disconnecting from Wi-Fi on my phone, which I always find hilarious.
Necromancer says, social teacher in a kindergarten and our safety manager. At the moment, home on maternity leave, so no safety in the kindergarten. They're running amok!
They're dangerous! They're cutting around with naked flames!
They're getting organised!
I actually, it's weird. I never want to go back to it, but I actually miss a real job. That's an odd thing to say, right? Because that seems very kind of contradictory, and it is a bit contradictory, but it is true. I don't actually ever want to go back to a normal job for a number of reasons. One, I love what I do. It's a lot of fun and I enjoy it. Two, I think I'd struggle now to fit to someone else's timetable.
Yeah.
Is the biggest issue. Our life has kind of evolved and developed around when I do and don't stream and how I work. So to go back to a real job, I'd have to really, really, really change up our routine, which isn't impossible. And I could do it, but I don't want to do it is the key. But there is things about a full-time job that I actually quite miss.
I know what you mean. I will never miss the staff room bullshit.
Staff room bullshit? What do you mean by staff room bullshit?
Being the newest member of a team and you're on your tea break and you go into the staff room and you just hear the bitchy bullshit. You're like, grow up.
So the last
I won't ever miss that.
2 jobs I had, I was in management. So if you walked into the staff room, it would just go quiet. No bitchy.
Yeah. The boss is here.
Lovely and silent. It's tea break and everyone's gone lovely and silent. No one is talking anymore.
But I do miss, just in a really selfish way, if the building burns down, that's someone else's problem.
I miss the fact that there was work. So interestingly, in terms of what I miss, it's a combination, an amalgamation of things from both of my previous 2 roles. So I missed the sort of prestige of the last role because of how high up the management chain it was, and this sounds like a shitty thing to say, but how important I was within that contract. That was quite a good feeling. Like, I've worked my way to get here. Mm-hmm. That was great. But what I didn't have was a staff room or tea breaks like that, because I worked from home typically, because I managed multiple sites because my contract was UK wide. So I had to work. So I worked from home. I was based here. So the job before that, when I ran the depot, well, I say ran the depot, when I was the on-shift production manager at times, there was, what I missed there was, you go to work, you come home from work. When you're at home, it's home time.
Yeah.
There is no work. There's a number of times where the kids come in the office, I'll be like, I'm working. And it must be hard for them at times to go, is he working or is he relaxing? Is he working or is he playing games? What's he doing?
Yeah.
And even to this day, like, considering I mostly work, even to now, that like the little one specifically, he'll come in and he'll be like, "Are you working?" I'm like, "Yeah, the camera's on and you can see." So I liked that kind of, you go to work, you come home, work is done, and there's something about the work coffee machine.
What? The coffee's nicer?
Oh no, the coffee's shit. The coffee is the shittest. But there's something about the work coffee machine where you'd have all kinds of random conversations, you start all kinds of ideas and projects, there'd be some fucking mental chat that goes on around the work coffee machine. You'd hear things about people's families, you're like, I didn't want to hear that about your wife, quite frankly. But like, it was just the work coffee machine chat was great. I missed that. Adrian, thank you for the 1 gifted, by the way. And Jeff Jupiter, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. We're up to 68 people who love Loose.
I don't miss being night shift and how whatever you do, it was never enough for day shift.
I loved night shift until I didn't.
Yeah.
I loved night shift because when I went on night shift, all the senior management at that point were out the building, so I was the person in charge of the fucking contract, basically. And that was great. I really enjoyed that. Again, a bit power hungry. I really enjoyed that. But I used to go into the night pattern easily. I used to come out of the night pattern easily. I used to sleep in the day, no problems. No matter what. No matter what the noise was, the temperature was, I'd be asleep in the day. Jobs are good. And then one thing happened. Don't know what. There was no like actual catalyst that I'm aware of. But one thing happened. I started to not be able to sleep in the daytime. And my body went, no, it's daytime now. You should be awake.
Yeah.
And then after like 3 or 4 months of being like, I'm not sleeping on nights, and you're like this at work. And people are like, you're right, boss. Yep, good. Yep. Are you sure you're in a fit state to make interesting decisions and important decisions?
Yeah.
That are specifically to do with safety and passenger safety. Yep, I'm good.
I'm just gonna take some Pro Plus, have a Red Bull,
Boss,
chase it down with the monster, it'll be fine.
Boss, your eyes are hardly open. Yep. I can still see fine.
This is when I do my best thinking.
Yeah. Okay, right. Well, I've got this decision that I want you to make. So if you could look at 45112 and tell me, boss. Yeah. You a seat then? Nope. No.
I was testing you. Well done.
Well, you were snoring. That's because what you were saying was really fucking boring. Yeah, that happens quite a lot. Yeah. I'm an engineer. I mainly make sure things work. That's what I was doing. Yeah. I got verbally abused by my family daily. Some days I abuse them back. Other days I go to the pub. Yeah. I count beans for a techie company. Fair. I work as judge and jury for automated movable platforms. Annual leave. I miss annual leave. I do miss annual leave. I have recently just started getting to the point where I start to miss annual leave.
I don't think I ever did have manual leave.
Manual leave?
Sorry, annual leave.
Yours is just coffee, right?
Decaf.
Yeah, what did you put in it?
Like...
Wait, whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not my expensive stuff, I hope. Irish coffee over here.
Annual leave.
Manual leave?
I don't think I did. I was always pretty bad at taking holiday. And then I went on to be in bank staff because school kept calling me. And bank staff, it's very sporadic anyway. So you'll have phases where because someone's freshly on maternity leave or there's, I don't know, neurovirus going around, so a lot of your staff are off. And typically in care homes, it attracts mums. So if the kids are sick in the home, the carer's usually sick at home. And then you'll go through phases of there's no work. So it kind of feels like annual leave anyway, because you're not going to work, even though you could get called because someone's not coming in. But when I was on the rota properly, I was terrible for taking holiday.
When I worked at Siemens, it was great because we worked the incredible pattern of 4 on, 5 off, 5 on, 4 off, 5 on, 5 off, and then back to the start.
So if you worked it...
Which if you booked 4 days off in the right place, you would end up with about 14 days off. You'd have 2 weeks off, which was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So you could book 4 days off, have a whole 2 weeks in a row off. And back then, when I didn't have to worry too much about doing like this for a job, that was just time off to relax, do a bit of hobbying, do a bit of gaming, chill out, go somewhere with the family. Oh, it was amazing. It was so good. I will repeat this. It gives more time for Liam to spend time with wife to make whoopee and spend time with family. To make whoopee.
You're going to spend your annual leave on making whoopee, babe?
I mean, if I was allowed to.
Do we have to calendar it in then?
Apparently so nowadays, yes. Yeah, we do. How's it going, Chris? I work 4 on 4 off, love it. Yeah, I used to like that quite a lot, actually.
Pickle Nick, are you a fireman?
Why?
Because of the professional hose pipe.
Well, I assume so.
Yeah, that's a
I
fireman.
don't think he just cuts around watering people's gardens on a 4 on 4 off shift.
Maybe he's a gardener and it's a shift work gardener thing.
I don't think that exists.
I wonder if it does.
I don't think that exists, Luce. I think you're making that up.
That might exist.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Chat, we've got 3 out of 10 super chat goals done already. for your other addictions. I would like to hear some very interesting addictions. And by addictions, you know, we've used the word addiction, but it could be like another hobby. I know that like people like football and golf, and that's fine and that's cool, but and it is cool. But what I really love hearing about is obscure hobbies. What's the most obscure hobby you've ever heard? If you couldn't do Warhammer, how obscure would your hobby go? I used to be really into falconry, which I wouldn't call it a common hobby.
But the thing is, I know you now.
Yeah, right, yeah, but most people will be like, what?
Obscure, I feel like we're now getting really niche.
Brandon, thank you for the one gifted, by the way. Mr. the Lagasse.
So, maybe collecting things, really, really particular things. That could be an obscure hobby.
I do archery. I'd like to do archery.
I was told that if you did archery as a hobby, you have to be really careful because you can really damage your shoulder on the arm that you pulled back the arrow. Because of the tension on the bow, you can really hurt your shoulder.
Josh has nailed a thing that I love to do as well. I'd untangle jewelry and cables as a hobby. It pleases my brain.
Oh, no.
There is something...
Like, it hurts the tips of my fingers when you have to gently rub the chain. It like actually hurts.
There is something
my fingers.
incredibly satisfying about it. Like my youngest has a pair of headphones that he plugs into his tablet, and all he's got to do is look at them for 20 minutes and they're in fucking million knots. And there is something incredibly satisfying about untangling it all and handing him back just that long, straight cable of headphones.
I can't.
You know, at times, Luce buys, honestly, she buys jewellery where the chain is the girth of a gnat's cock, right? And then what she does is she'll wear this lovely necklace, really, really, really thin golden necklace. We'll go out to dinner or something. Wear this necklace, and what she does, she'll take it off before bed and she'll go... and chuck it in the fucking... That's what happens. And the next time, she pulls it out of the fucking jewellery holder and it's just this clump of gold. She's like, babe! And I'm like, normally, 5 minutes before I go out the door. Can you untangle that? And there's a little part of me that's like, we've got 5 minutes. And there's another little part of me that's like, yes. Yes, I can. I will do that now.
Fix it.
Growing chilies. I've heard that's quite satisfying, actually. And just different sports. Watches. I love a watch. I love a good watch.
Oh, watch is quite a common one, though. I know loads of guys that collect watches.
Used to airsoft every weekend, swapped it for a cheaper hobby. I know a lot of people that have airsofted, actually. I have a prairie falcon. I love falconry. Did you have your own bird? No. No. I never had the what happened? So what? When we were... Here's a little... This isn't even a funny story. I'll just tell you a story. We're going on a little journey into Liam's life, right? If you want to learn a bit more about us. If you don't, fucking tough. My name's on the channel. When we were kids, we were relatively poor. We weren't poor, but we were like relatively poor. Like we couldn't do really expensive things. I didn't know this as a kid. My parents did a great job of hiding it from us, which was amazing. And when what we used to do, my mum used to book holidays, and there was a bunch of holiday groups that would do UK-based holidays. One of them was called, I don't know if it still exists, one of them was called John Fowler, right? John Fowler Holidays, like Eurocamp or whatever. You've probably heard of those brands.
Like the Sun
or like
Holidays.
Haven, yeah, like Haven, right? And so John Fowler owned a number of holiday camps, and when I say camps, they were normally like a single central building which had like your bar and your club and your pool in it, and then it had like chalets or caravans or whatever, and you go and stay in these like little caravans or whatever for the weekend. And they had a series of them throughout the Devon and the West Country, down Devon and Cornwall way, right? I've lost my glasses, by the way.
No, they're really expensive.
I don't know where I've put them.
You shouldn't lose them.
My eyes are like piss holes in the snow. I need them now, and I don't know where I've put them.
Oh, babe.
Oh, hang on. So anyway,
I totally forgot you have glasses now.
Yeah, whereas today's a day where I could really do with them because my eyes are... I've slept like shit all week. My eyes are so tired. I could do with them right now, and I don't know where I've put them.
What you need is a considerate bed pal. You'd sleep better.
So so they used to have a bunch of these campsites, these holiday locations throughout Devon and Cornwall. And what used to happen is my mum, they would close. So the last week of operating was the final half term in October, and then they would close for Christmas, and then they would open like mid-spring because the weather was so trash throughout Christmas period that there's no point in being open. They wouldn't make any money. So that's what used to happen. I don't know if it still does. So my mum, the first time round, she discovered that she could book a week in a caravan or chalet. I think it was a chalet in Ilfracombe or something. In the October half term when Ash and I were off school, and for the whole week it was like £140, right, for the family.
I don't know if that was good or bad back then.
Cheap as shit, as far as I'm aware. It might even be less, right? So she got this deal. Oh my god, I can see. She got this deal, and we went down to Devon, no, to Cornwall. Devon, where's Ilfracombe? Devon for the first time. And what she found was, if during that week she rebooked the next half term, it basically stayed at the same price. She got the same price again. So every October half term we were down there, she would book the next one. It is October in the UK, in Devon and Cornwall. There are many a time where we were wading through flooded roads in our car to get to the campsite was water was pouring off both fields because the weather had been so. Anyway, it's time away from home, innit, you know. So that's what we do. And we went down to Devon and Cornwall a number of times. So there's a place called St Ives, there's a place which I think is Cornwall, a place called Devon. There's a Widdicombe Bay, and there's a couple other places. Ilfracombe, Widdicombe Bay, Willicombe Bay. There's another one as well, which name escapes me right now. St Ives. I can't remember. And so eventually, the first like 2 or 3 times, we essentially visited the same attractions. And then eventually we got bored of those attractions because we've done them a number of times, you know.
Yeah.
So Mum would start looking for other things that we could do that was of interest. And she found a place called the Cornish Bird of Prey Centre, which was owned and run by a woman called Maggie. Don't remember her surname. A woman called Maggie ran this. And we went down. It was basically a converted 2 farm fields into this bird of prey centre. It had a tiny little house, like tiny little like main entrance thing where you go buy your ticket to go in. Like mini cafe, little shop, and I mean little as well. And then you go out, and there was like you could, as an adult now, we would walk around it in about 5 minutes. It was tiny, right?
Oh, wow.
It's just like little aviaries and a couple of mews. Mews are like the little wooden boxes that they sit in. But then there was this flying ground field. There's this big field that went down, this farmer's field, and there was little like loads of benches and set, and it was you just overlook acres of farmer's field in Cornwall. So it was a beautiful location.
I'd sit there just to be in the peace and the quiet.
It was stunning. And then once we were there, she would fly all these birds of prey. A peregrine falcon. She'd fly a peregrine falcon to the lure. She'd fly Harris hawks, etc. And that was the first time I'd ever really properly experienced birds of prey, ever. And I was fucking hooked. Absolutely addicted. I must have been 12, I guess, something like that. I was like, what are these things? They're cool as shit. And it was quite a quiet day. And in the end, she let me hold the peregrine falcon, right? So I had the glove on, had the falcon sat on my hand, like the gesture through my fingers. Had no idea what any of this stuff was at the time, by the way, because I've only just like that was. And Mum and Dad were like, honestly, I was just like that with this fucking peregrine falcon, and I must have been there for an hour. I shit you not. And I think Mum's going, fuck it, it's cold. I want to go home, shivering in the fucking. And my dad doesn't like doing nothing, and he's like, "The fucking time is this?" And I'm like, look at this! Look at this! That was I was fucking absolutely hooked. That's where the big wooden eagle statue that we've got in the living room.
Yeah.
That was I bought that from the Cornish Bird of Prey Centre as a tribute to my grandfather when he passed away.
Yeah. Because
he left me no money because he didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Just enough to buy that statue. And that's how I bought that statue.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. So that was me then fucking absolutely hooked. And we found out when we moved back down here that there's a place just up the road from us in Andover called the Hawke Conservancy Trust, which at the time was still run by Ash, who was the owner, whose dad originally owned the location as a farm. And Reg ran it as a farm. And then he opened it up to some general public to see the animals, found out that people liked the animals, turned it into a bit of a zoo, and then eventually turned it into a bird of prey centre because that was his passion, birds of prey. That's why the wildflower meadow is called Reg's Wildflower Meadow.
Yeah, I love sitting there.
I don't know. This is what happens, by the way, sometimes. So we found this place called the Hawk Conservancy Trust. It's much smaller than it is now. Nowhere near as developed. Nowhere near as busy. But they were incredibly good. They were very, very good at what they did. And they would do bird of prey displays in a whole different way to anything you've ever seen before. And they still do to this day.
Yeah.
So normally you go to a bird of prey display, you watch a bird fly from post to post or from post to hand to post. That's all you see. And the Hawk Conservancy Trust went, we don't want to do that. We want to show them as they would be in the wild as best we can. So to this day, they fly vultures in flocks and kites, red kites and black kites in flocks, rather than they have multiple falconers at once flying 10 to 20 birds, which is incredible. And when I was at college, I finished college in when did you finish college? Like April time, isn't it? Something like April, May. You finished college, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Did my exams terribly because I'd already found out I got my place in the army. Got my place in the army. Wasn't due to start in the army until the 10th of October 2005, and so I had like 5 months of nothing to do at all. Whilst I waited to go to the army, apart from keep yourself fit enough, was basically all you had to do. So I got in touch with the Hawk Conservancy Trust, and they weren't that big at the time. And I was like, got nothing to do. How about I come and volunteer for a bit? And I literally worked there for 4 months straight every single day. And the idea was supposed to be I'd go and do a couple days here and there. And I went for the first week. The first week I had to do a full week of 5 days to do the induction with a guy called Andy, who still works there to this day, Andy Hinton, who was the curator of the park at the time. And I doesn't recognise me now when I turn up, but I went there every morning. I was there, sat in my car like that, and he would turn up and go, are you fucking here already? And I was like, yep. And I did the induction for the week, and I loved it so much, I literally went back 6 days a week for 5 months pretty much, and did that the whole time. And I almost had an opportunity to stay there and worked.
But you'd already signed.
But I'd already signed up to join the army, and they weren't going to pay me enough.
That's it, isn't it? When you find something that's a real passion, it never pays enough, so you have to fund the passion somewhere else, and then obviously that's time away from your passion.
Well,
so.
Things have happened, which means that I've now found you and got the kids, and even we're where we are now, which is amazing. And perhaps that would have never happened, but the Hawk Conservancy Trust has 2 or 3 accommodation places on site. There's a flat above the shop. There's a flat above the hospital. There's a house, and staff members now have that accommodation as part of their some of them as part of their package. Yeah. And that would have potentially been an option, which means your accommodation costs are like 0.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at that point, that was very fucking tempting. Very fucking tempting. And that was that's my obscure hobby. And I used it so much. So when I joined up, there was a point in which they, when you do your selection, there's a point in which you have to write like a lecture, write like a speech lecture-y thing. You have to stand up in front of everybody and present about something. And they said you can present about anything you want. So I picked, and those sorts of things, I did lots of those sorts of things in my career. I always reverted to Falconry. It's always very obscure. No one ever heard of it. And they were like, well, that's fucking different. Because anyone can go, I like Manchester United. Oh, great. Here we fucking go. Timmy 2 brain cells are stood up again. Brilliant. Where's he going? Infantry. And then, I used to stand up and talk about Falconry the whole time. There you go. Fun story. Now, I've just given you my $10 worth. All right? Now it's your turn. I do a 3-year Falconry apprenticeship. We did nature pest control with Echo. We fly a daily. It sounds amazing. I'm going to come to your place, Ian.
At the safari park other half works sat, she has 4 yellow beak kites there that they fly as a show, whilst a vulture does his show called Kevin.
Love it. I love that shit. If you're in the area that's near Andover and you have an opportunity to go to the Hawk Conservancy Trust, I would strongly recommend it. But if it's like a normal holiday day and the sun's out, I warn you now, honestly, I warn you now, that is going to be busy. They are rammed, aren't they, on hot sunny days?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mordy Hammer, thank you for 5 gifted. See? The story was worth something. What a legend. What a legend, Mr. the Mordy Hammer. There we go then, chat. So now it's your turn. You tell me your stories. Having lived in North Devon my whole life, I have definitely grown bored of all of the attractions with 20 minutes of 9 different beaches, not bothered by any of them now. That's a shame, Momo. I get it. We've got Bournemouth Beach down the road, which is stunning, and I don't care for it. And the amount of times Lucy's like, let's go to the beach. And it's sand in my arse crack. At least I won't get under a foreskin, but you know.
But a beach that was near me-ish was Skegness when I was growing up.
Fair, yeah, okay, yeah.
So it's still baffling to me that a sandy beach
Exists.
is just down there
Yeah.
in Bournemouth.
Yeah. A beach that looks like it could be in fucking California if
Yeah.
it wasn't for the fat people. Red-faced fat English people eating ice cream. Yeah, badly. Yeah. There we go. I reckon if I'd have here's a tedious link back to the title. I reckon if I'd have gone down that path, I might not have continued with Warhammer.
I think so, yeah.
Because I wouldn't have had the money,
No.
because it doesn't pay well, and I almost definitely wouldn't have had the time either. But I was the young volunteer stroke apprentice where it was like you to be in by 8 and I'd be there at like 7:15. Right, so you know how much I'm not a morning person. It's a 40 to 45 minute drive to the Hawke Conservancy Trust.
Yeah, that would have been early.
I would be there at 7:20, ready to go, fresh faced, washed, breakfast gone. Sit there in the car and wait for the first person to turn up, go in with the first person, and I would normally leave with the last person. I wouldn't get back often till 9:30 at night. Mum would be like, "You've been there all day." Like, "Yup,
And I'm going again tomorrow.
I'm going back tomorrow." Because what would happen is when they shut the park at 5, what they would do then often is a lot of the training for the birds of prey that weren't ready to do the displays. I was like, I don't want to miss this. So you'd be in the lower flying grounds with no members of the public at all around at all, just the falconers and these young birds teaching them to do the things that they would do as
Do the
displays and
wild
stuff.
stuff.
Fucking incredible. Incredible. Honestly, I'd be in a dark place about Warhammer. I think that's true for a lot of people, Dave, to be fair. It's been my release and centre for being Neurospicy Sausage. Yeah, I think that's true for so many people. To be honest with you. For so many people. Anyway, thank you, Mordy Hammer, for the 5 gifted. This is telling me it's at 75, even though you've just gifted 5. That doesn't make... Oh, Adrian gifted another one. I missed it. I'm so sorry, Adrian. I was too deep in my story. If anyone cares. Anyway, I've talked loads now, chat. It's your turn. It's Brian's turn.
Brian.
I'll wait for Brian. It was just so fucking convenient that the music stopped at the same time. Then the owl went off. Woo! I was like, that wasn't planned. The Sponge says, currently watching from my hospital bed in preparation for spinal surgery tomorrow. Won't sleep tonight, so going to catch up on some bat reps. Thanks for all the entertainment, Liam and team. Man, what a legend.
Ooh.
What an absolute hero.
Yeah.
Everyone sends some love to the Sponge.
I'm sure it will all be fine.
Yeah,
And it'll be very textbook. Nothing surprising.
You'll be fine, mate. 100% you'll be okay.
And we will hear from you soon.
Yeah. Let us know how you get on, though, right? Next stream, let us know how you got on. Okay? I'd be very unemployed if it wasn't for Warhammer. So would I right now. I'm absolutely shitting myself. You'll be fine, mate. First time in hospital ever. Wow, okay. That's fair. If it helps, I've been in for loads. And I'm perfectly normal. I've been in loads of times for things and stuff. Operations and shit. You'll be fine, though, dude. Love you. You'll be good. Can't stay, but I'm just popping in to say I'll never consider that. Life without Warhammer. Oh my god.
Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Ba, bum.
Bitch.
A police search produces a 4-foot caiman.
The crocodile.
Yeah, well, I think it's like alligator.
Is a caiman a crocodile? Same, isn't it? Same, but
I
different.
think it's like alligator type.
Okay.
A police search of a house in Essex, obviously it's drugs, produced a 4-foot-long caiman. But it's all right. The RSPCA have it now.
Wait, hang on. So, this was an intentionally kept pet, is what we're saying.
I don't think it's a pet.
Well, I mean,
I think it's like a guard dog type situation.
I don't
think they get like a shoestring on a stick and go. "Ah-choo-choo-boo-choo-boo-boo."
They didn't just find it in the toilet somewhere.
No. I know there was some kind of crocodile alligator spotted in the Thames a couple of months ago. I don't think it got lost and found its way here. I think it was somehow purchased.
We need to go and stay with Ian in Canada. My wife and I rescue wildlife, and we specialise in raptor rehabilitation.
I thought they were going to say reptile. I was going to politely decline.
No, raptor, not reptile.
Raptors are fine.
Raptors are fine. It's cool as shit. I don't think a 4-foot caiman is a particularly good guard dog, though.
Thick and fluffy.
No, Fluffy's the 3-headed dog, Escape. I don't think a caiman's a particularly good guard dog, Luce.
I don't know. I wouldn't mess with a caiman. No way.
But they'll just sit there.
They might not. They might. Maybe. I wonder if they do the death roll thing as well. Is that crocodiles and alligators that do that?
It's definitely crocodiles. I don't know if it's alligators. Don't alligators do this?
Oh, maybe. I know alligators have a long, flat snout, whereas crocodiles, like the whole head kind of comes down in a triangle.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the differences. If I see one, I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile ever.
Oh my god, yes. Caimans are kept as pets. Oh my god. No way.
Not in this fucking country, they're not.
No.
You think it's Essex and it must be drugs loose? Wow, how dare you, says Wee Man.
Not because it's Essex, because it was a police raid.
Well, yeah, the words police raid normally gives it away a little bit, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Caimans...
And if we're going to go there, how many opinions does everyone have on Coventry when only a very small percentage live there?
We're going to run out of our hour-long target as well. We've only done 3 out of 10. Caimans mostly specialise in eating fish, so they aren't really very aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That means they're not good guard dogs.
Why has it made the news then?
It's your news!
Why has it made the news then? Why aren't we all homing caimans?
I don't know. Anyone got a tiny pet monkey? That's what I call it, Dave, yeah. That's what I call it. Ever hear about that guy who had a full-grown tiger in his New York apartment? Craziness.
Oh.
I had heard about that, yeah.
Was he the guy that used to be part of a circus duo and he'd had the tiger since a cub and it was declawed and everything?
Didn't
Is that the same one?
Mike Tyson have a tiger or something? Didn't he have a tiger?
I think I remember hearing something like that.
Warhammer cross-military for PTSD is wild and how much it'd help. I got a job as my county vet service officer and have a Space Marine and paint set in my office. That's amazing. It does help though, 100%. If I break in somewhere, I'm not going to stop and Google the race of the guard crocodile. Well, maybe you should then. Coronal panic, because then you'll know whether you should panic or not. It's the teeth that show the difference. If that's the case, I'm too close.
Okay. I thought it was the snout. I was told alligators have long, flat snout and crocodiles, their heads go down in a triangle.
Tyson had a white tiger. See? See? I wasn't wrong. Like I sometimes am. I might stop the super chat goal. I don't think it's working. I don't think they want to tell us about their other addictions.
No.
Maybe they don't want Brian reading it out aloud if their wives are watching with them.
Brian.
Brian.
Oh, that's the point. Yeah.
How's Tom been vetting this lambing? He's not a vet. They're convinced he's a vet.
Well, Brom is a dentist. It makes sense that we collect the professions like that. So we've got the dentist, we've got the vet. What could Paddy be?
What could Paddy be?
Being that well spoken.
He was in The Hangover with a tiger. Must be true. It must be. Tyson's tigers used to fight and he would break them up, that crazy bastard. If I remember correctly, one neighbour tried to play with him and got mauled.
Ooh.
Tyson slept with them and wrestled them. The videos were crazy. That sounds crazy. Were they declawed or something? Madness, team. Madness. Paddy's a gigolo. No, come on, Dave. You can do better than that. Paddy's a vicar.
Clearly.
Paddy's a vicar. Mm-hmm.
Paddy's a teacher. I could see him as a teacher.
I couldn't.
I think I could.
His own admin's up his arse.
Yes, but as long as the children's admin isn't.
He's one of the nicest, like most well-groomed, cleverest people I've met. Who's also a slob.
I need Paddy to be a teacher. Just so some adorable little 6-year-old girl is really upset that one of her plaited pigtails has come undone and Paddy has to redo it. Otherwise, she won't stop crying. I need that scenario to happen.
Here's a topic for postcards, right? Each member of the team by first name and the job you think they should have. You don't have to do all of them, but you've got Brom, Joe, Paddy, Tom, me, Eddie, Luce.
Oh, no, don't do me. I'm not part of the team.
You're part of it.
Don't do me. No, put that finger
There
down.
is only 75 people in the Love Luke Fund. To be fair.
Who is Luke? What
There is
job
only
does he do?
There is only 75 people in the Love Luke Fund. That's what I want to hear in Brian's memoirs now. Each member of the team name, as many as you want to do, and their job. Eddie wouldn't be allowed within 50 metres of himself. Wow. Allegedly, there are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in the wild.
Why in Texas?
How many tigers are in the wild in Texas?
Definitely not living there now.
I don't think they were native to Texas. Joe's a motivational speaker. Fuck off, Nick.
Oh
my
God!
God.
Into space.
It's like when David Brent did it.
I still haven't seen The Office. I don't even know what platform it's on. Is it a Channel 4 thing?
BBC.
Oh, is it?
Sometimes I wonder how we're married.
Shall we do The Office?
I think I have it. Do I have it on Apple TV? I think I might have it on iTunes. Hang on. Let's find out. I think we should do The Office. But the thing is, what happens with The Office is we watch because this has happened before. That's how I know what happens. Is we watch the first 2 or 3 episodes together. I am howling with laughter and crying, and you're going, I don't get it. I don't get why that's funny.
But we're allowed to pause it because I might have questions.
That might ruin the funny. But yes, we can.
Joe, petting zoo steward.
No, because you know he's going to get his fucking hand bitten off by something he's not supposed to touch. Innit? Thank you for the 5, Morty Hammer. You're a legend.
The craziest tiger stories are the man-eaters.
Joe, drama teacher.
Are we just going to get a lot of Joes now? I'm here for it.
The craziest tiger stories are the man-eaters in the Sundarbans, India. They'll swim out and attack fishermen in boats, then dragging them back to shore deep within the mangrove forests. Ooh.
That sounds awful.
Then just stay away.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Just stay away.
Joe, Prime Minister.
No. Oh, you can get the complete collection of The Office on Apple TV for $12.99. That is a bargain. Episode 1 to 12, 13, 14. That can't be right because there's not a Series 1, Series 1, Series 1, Series 1, Series 1, Series 2, Episode 1. So there's a total of 16 shows. That's it. Including Season 1, 2 and the Christmas special. 16 shows.
Did it get cancelled?
No. And the first, 12 shows are all only 30 minutes. You can easily one bang the whole of The Office in a single day.
Are they half an hour?
Half an hour for the first 12 shows. That's 6 hours. Then there's a 43-minute, 51-minute Christmas special. And then that's it.
Isn't one of the guys who's in Pirates of the Caribbean in it?
Yeah.
The guy who has the wooden eye?
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name now. He's the actor. But yes. 100%. Thank you so much, Roland, for the $10. Puts us on. Oh, there's 3 minutes and 54 seconds. We're not going to hit that super chat target.
Joe is a pro ostrich and pygmy hippo jockey.
I'd pay for that. Joe's definitely a stripper. Mm-hmm. Paddy the cleaner. All right. Oh, Pritters did another one. We got 5 out of 10.
Brom would run a youth camp dedicated to an Austrian artist.
What?
Brom would run a youth camp dedicated to an Austrian artist. This is. I'm here for this. Is we found the thing. We found the topic.
Paddy, intelligence officer.
The worst part about that one is, Adrian, that could be true. So it makes me laugh less.
No, I still think he's the teacher that has to rebraid hair because the tiny little ones get too upset.
Pritters' one was great, by the way. I like that one a lot. Thank you so much, you wonderful humans, for all your incredible and lovely super chats. I love you all dearly. We do also have 25 members to go. Just 25 members to go.
Just 25 members to go. So if you want to let me know when you're in the studio, you got 25 members before we got to go.
Paddy, dental model Tom, book narrator Liam, talk show host. Loose news reader. Eddie, assistant to the Tooth Fairy Brom, professional reenactor, explains the uniforms.
Paddy's a dental model. I'm here for that one.
Tom, train departure announcer.
Without the microphone.
Without the microphone. We've got 6
the
yellow
tannoy.
super chats. We're actually 4 yellow super chats away and 2 minutes and 10 seconds before the target runs out.
Brom, same like Paddy but for the other side.
I think if Tom was a train departure announcer, he'd just terrify everyone on the platform. Wouldn't he? You see that? When's my train? Fucking hell.
See, Tom's the one that makes the little ones cry. Paddy's the one that has... Tom could be like the headmaster.
All right. He could be a headmaster.
Like that booming...
That's my head of year was like that. My head of year was that was him. He was him. He would come up the corridor to the upper corridor for the classrooms, and you'd have a busy corridor of bustling people, and at the end of the corridor there'd be 2 kids fucking about, one of them like fighting or whatever, and all you'd hear from the end is "You boy!" and the fucking corridor froze and shit themselves. And this bloke and he'd just be pointing, and his glasses, he'd wear them like that all the time. He'd be like,
Do you know what I love?
If you're gonna look at me without your glasses, why are they on your face?
Do you know what I love about people like that is I bet in their private lives they were probably grandparents, and I bet you the softest grandparents you could ever
He was
have.
He was terrifying and wonderful at the same time.
Yeah.
He took me for English lessons on occasion. Some of the best English lessons we ever had. Wonderful teacher, terrifying human being. So he was one of those people that if you were on his side, if he was on your side, like one of the greatest teachers in the school. But if you fucking pissed him off, you were scared shitless of him.
Did you hear the statistic on the news this morning?
What's that?
About teachers.
No.
It was something like 1 in 5 have been attacked, and the most worrying age group is actually Ben's age group. So Ben is 7, and they're bringing in weapons, but it's not necessarily weapons like things like knives from home for that age group. It's they're turning everyday items into weapons. So they're doing things like snapping rulers or snapping coat hangers and using those. It's still a weapon, but they're not bringing them in.
It's so upsetting, isn't it?
But yeah, it is. So now we're having a huge teacher shortage because they're all leaving, and I think rightly so. You shouldn't have to tolerate that in your workplace.
No, quite. Wee Man, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. If one person gives 20 now, we A, hit our target, and they B, get a loose hope. Don't look so panicked. It's fine.
Okay,
You're probably
I'm trying
safe.
to think of a good one.
You're probably safe. So expel them for fuck's sake. Yeah, or backhand them. Like that. Stick them with a pointy bit. Where's that from? Oh, you haven't seen that either.
What's that from?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't know if you heard that. That was...
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you? Okay, good. It was a sign of disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kids are bringing prison shanks into school. Just because schools like prisons nowadays. That's a problem. I once saw ferrets running cables in tight spaces. I guess that counts as a job for Eddie. I've seen ferrets used for those sorts of things. Running cables. Tie a little cable to the ferret. Stick it down a tube.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my ferret running.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
We
So
all
they
got
run.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids are bringing prison shanks into school, unfortunately. Chat. Honestly, it's mad. What has Luce seen? The new... Need a comprehensive list of future references.
Eddie gynecologist, Joe, food tester, Brom professional pointer, Tom, Barry White impressionist.
What? What? Why is Eddie a gynecologist, Schooner?
Why? What possible use would you have for a gynecologist?
I mean, I guess he could fit in it. Couldn't he? He could climb in, to be fair.
Professional borrower.
Yeah. What has Luce seen? We need a comprehensive list for future references.
Okay. Ask me a film and I'll say if I've seen it.
No.
No, go on. I might have seen it.
It's mostly TV series I'm disappointed in with you, to be fair. Game of Thrones.
I've seen some of it.
No, you haven't. You've seen bits you've watched over my shoulders. You've never watched a whole episode.
I have seen it with my eyes, therefore I've seen it.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay, give me another one.
No, I'm not doing this. Because I'm just as bad for films, and I know that's waiting. What they're waiting to do. They're waiting to pounce, those fuckers. Chat are evil, all right? You can't trust them. I also can't think of a bunch of things that, at this point in time, I've seen that you haven't seen that aren't obvious that they already know about.
Have you seen a film called Little Voice?
No.
Okay. Have you seen a film
This is a long game we're going to play. Strap in, team.
Le Mans 66.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There we go. We've seen that one. Have you seen a film called Meet Joe Black?
What's it about?
Meeting Joe Black.
Who is he?
He's Joe Black.
This is really helpful so far. Don't fucking write IMDb reviews, will you? For fuck's sake. Have you seen anything with Jason Statham?
He's the one that's bold
Yeah.
and has a Cockney accent.
Like he was in the
And
Transporter.
I haven't
Have you
seen
seen
Transporter, but I've seen Jason Statham and I can't remember what I've seen him in.
And Crank. That's a great film.
I haven't seen Crank.
Roland Bain. He hat-tricked team.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And he gifted 20 members.
here comes the dog.
He's gifted 20 members.
With her bone and everything. Is that your favourite bone?
Thank you, Mr. the Roland Bain, for 20 gifted memberships. Now, not only did you get a free fuel card, but now you get...
I hope that when you find the free fuel card on the floor, you also find with it a scratch card that's scratched off the highest winnings you can get, and you can take it straight into the shop and get your winnings. It's a very bad day for the person who dropped both the fuel card and the winning scratch card.
Okay. I was like, you're just fucking backpacking off of mine now.
Absolutely.
And it was okay in the end. It was nice okay. Thank you so much, Roland. Roland's done 70 on his own team.
I know, he's amazing.
Would anyone else like to share this burden? What shall be the new target, Roland?
The trouble is,
Roland, give me a new target that's above 100.
Jason Statham is a very good actor, but I think he's typecast.
Oh, he absolutely is typecast.
So I can't remember what I've seen him in, because anything that I have seen him in is kind of the same.
I actually haven't seen him in as many things as I thought I had. I've seen him in some stuff.
I think I've seen him in... Is it The Bank Job?
Possibly.
If he's in The Bank Job, it'll be that one that I've seen him in.
Jason Statham. Yeah, that's how Joe says it, yeah. Has Lucy seen any Indiana Jones films?
No.
You can ask on chat, and I'll ask her. Chat, right? Roland be bankrolling. 100% he is. Yeah, absolutely. 100% he is. I'm waiting for Roland to give me a new target for the members. He's the same in every movie. He's the last true action movie star. Who's your favourite ever actor? Do you have one?
No, but I have a few that I like.
Okay.
And they're kind of like 80s, 90s.
Chat, who's your favourite ever actor and actress? Go. Postcards if you're feeling generous, because we're currently on not very much. All right?
So I kind of like the actors like Steve Martin, Martin Short.
I can't stand Steve Martin.
Oh my God, John Candy.
Who's he? Well, who's he
He
playing?
was in Uncle Buck and Planes, Trains and Automobiles. He was a big guy.
Oh, okay. Mine's Bonnie Blue. Fuck off, Dave.
I don't think films have gotten better though. I think the special effects have gotten better.
Do you think the modern actor and actress nowadays are less or required to be less impressive as an individual actor because of things like special effects?
No, I think the acting is just fine. I think there's still lots of very talented actors out there. I think we've done it all. There's no ideas left.
I think we're getting to that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Be
So
fair.
you can watch a film now and go, oh, this is like the one from 30 years ago. Or it is just an outright remake, which again is fine.
Yeah.
Because some remakes are amazing.
And some Disney do.
But I think all the ideas have been done now.
I think I would like to probably suggest that favourite actors is quite hard. I'm a big Brad Pitt fan.
Yeah, he's
done.
good.
He did a couple of films about it was Brad Pitt, and he's done some films where he's just fucking exceptional.
Yeah.
He's just very good.
So it's Brad Pitt in Meet Joe Black, but it's a young Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
It's a very good film.
He's in one of my favourite movies he did was Fight Club. Fight Club was incredible.
Is that the Do you like Dags?
No, that's Snatch.
I always get those
That's
two.
the mistake you made when you started watching and you put Fight Club on. I was like,
Really?
I'm into it. I like this film. And you're like, yeah, well, I thought we watch it again. I was like, again? We haven't watched it before. So what's this again? And we started it, and obviously, if you've watched Fight Club, I can't talk about it. But we got like half an hour in, and she was like, I don't think this is the one with the caravans. No, Luce, this isn't Snatch. This is Fight Club. She's like, oh, I don't like this one.
Kev, yes, it's current. I'm binging it currently. Only Murders in the Building.
I can't get into it.
That's fine. It's not for you. It's for me. You don't need to get into it.
No. What I'm saying is, it's so interesting that I think that so much of the arts a lot of it is objectively good, and I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just saying that I can't get into it at the moment. I'm struggling with it. I don't know if it's Steve Martin as an actor. He actually doesn't annoy me in the show. I think he's fine. It's the other guy that annoys me in the show.
Martin Short. He's supposed to be.
He irritates me.
When he was in Father of the Bride, I really did think that was his accent.
Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's a quality actor.
Yeah, he's good. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's very good.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was exceptional.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of time that I like, the 80s and 90s. Maybe the early
Kate
noughties,
Kate Beckinsale's good. I find it harder to pick a favourite actress than actor, to be fair.
Liam Neeson #1, love his action films, but love him more in Schindler's List.
Oh,
It
yes.
breaks my heart every time. Viggo Mortensen in Green Book sold me on him as a goat deer actor, and Keanu Reeves for #3.
And Viggo Mortensen was also obviously at Aragon, as Luce will know, because she's now watched the first Lord of the Rings film. In the meantime, Warhagen, thank you for becoming a Hesir tier member. And then, are you ready?
Ready?
Sound the horns! Light the beacons! We have a new Thane. Dave's become a Thane.
Insane in the membrane.
Pain in the brain. William Dafoe's decent. So she enjoyed Fight Club while she was watching it. Then her opinion immediately changed when she realised it wasn't the film. No, escapade. She wasn't enjoying it at all. There was just a fucking 40-minute, not even that, maybe a half an hour look of confusion on her face when she was waiting for Dags and Caravans. And then when Dags and Caravans didn't turn up, and she was like, "Where's the Dags and Caravans?" I was like, "That's Snatch." And she was like, "Oh." I was like, the whole film's got a completely different start to it, for Christ's sake. Honestly.
What was I going to put on the other day? The Gentleman.
That's a great film.
Yeah, that one's with Hugh Grant that you didn't know.
Oh my God.
You didn't even know that was him.
Hugh Grant in that and Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant in that film, that is my favourite role that I've ever seen Hugh Grant play. Because I think typically Hugh Grant gets quite typecast.
Yeah, he does.
And posh, bimbling, attractive man.
English gentleman, yes.
Women are all falling over me and I'm so prim and proper. And then when they cast him as that journalist in that film, it was when the credits come up and it said Hugh Grant, I was like,
where?
what the fuck? What was I watching? There's no way he's done a small bit part in this film. Surely he's done a big part. And then you were like, yeah, he was a journalist. And I had to fucking rewind it and go, no.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, when I watched it again, I was like, now I know it's him, I can see it. But before that, no idea. Colin Firth also in The King's Speech. That was a good acting.
Yeah,
good acting
Colin
like that.
Firth is good. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
I think I always used to get confused whenever you'd say, "Oh, Colin Farrell's in it." I'd be like, "Really? The guy from Elf is in this one?" No, not that one.
Oh my God. Hugh Grant started doing fun roles. Yeah. He's awesome in the D&D movie. I've heard that, honestly. Kevin Costner used to be all right as well. He wasn't too bad. But then, do you know what? I find it really interesting, right? Because we talk about all these incredible male actors that we're all talking about with these incredible leads. But we often struggle, I find, people struggle to do the same for actresses.
So I think Keira Knightley's a very good actress. I thought she was really good in Pride and Prejudice because she's so naturally beautiful that if you think of Elizabeth Bennet, if I was to read Pride and Prejudice again, I would instantly think of Keira Knightley, and it doesn't ruin it. You know how the whole Harry Potter conversation, it would to think of Keira Knightley, it would never ruin it. But I think her best film was possibly maybe Atonement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe the
Atonement's
one
quite
I've
good.
seen anyway. She's probably in a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was...
Helen Mirren's a fucking brilliant actress, that's fair, yeah. Alan Rickman is incredible, by the way.
There's a really, really good film, and I've completely forgotten his name. He's the voice of Paddington Bear. Ben... He's in some of the James Bonds as Q.
No, you're going to annoy me now.
Oh! But he plays a really good part, and I can't remember his character's name. The film's called Women Talking. He plays such a good part. He's the male lead, but he doesn't talk much in it. It's such a good film. He's definitely underrated. He's the main guy in the BBC series This Is Going to Hurt.
Ben Whishaw.
That's it.
That's where I first saw him in that series. This Is Going to Hurt.
He's so good.
Yeah. It was very good, that series.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed. I love these kinds of conversations. I find these conversations easy. Even though I'm not really a film buff. I knows what I likes and I likes what I knows. We're nearly at Super Chat goal, chat. We're £15 away from our Super Chat goal. We've not only done the old membership goal, but we started the Thane train.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to get aboard the Thane train? We've had 3 Thanes this week.
Oh, wow.
3.
That's probably a record on its own.
It's not.
Oh.
No, it's not, I'm afraid. Jack Nicholson, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. I mean, they are incredible, obviously, but I feel like the one thing I feel like, Kev, is that they're almost easy go-tos. Do you know what I mean? They are incredible. That's just almost too easy to pick them out. Damian Lewis in Band of Brothers as Winters is a generational performance. 110%.
And I watched.
But I actually find that the person who plays his Oppo, what's his name? The other captain who hides the alcohol. Fuck.
Yeah, the one who has a drinking problem.
Yes. Nix.
Yeah.
Nix.
Yeah.
The guy who plays him, I think Damian Lewis plays an incredible role, but I think that the guy that plays him next to Damian Lewis plays his equally incredible role, but never gets the kind of accolade that Lewis gets.
Yeah.
But he plays Nix fucking incredibly, I think.
Fun fact.
Yep.
Jimmy Fallon is in Band of Brothers.
Nixon. Thanks. Jimmy Fallon is in Band of Brothers, yes.
Yeah.
He drives the fucking thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, when they're about to go into Bastogne.
Yeah.
Goal reached, I think.
True, Dave, yeah. And you became the thing, you fucking baller. Yes. Nixon, Captain Nixon's the one. Nix. He plays an incredible role in that. Ron Livingston, thank you, that's the name. He plays an incredible role there. And I think that often he misses out on accolades just because Damian Lewis plays such a great part.
Yeah.
One other thing I found, when the first 2 or 3 times I watched Band of Brothers, I was kind of unaware of actors and who they were.
Yeah.
And then as time's gone on, the more I watch it and you go, wait, that's Michael Fassbender.
Yes.
Wait, that's Simon Pegg. Wait,
Yes.
that's Jimmy Fallon. And it's fucking mad.
There's a very young, very naked Tom Hardy
There is, yes.
in Band of Brothers.
He's having a right old time, isn't he?
And Jay, I still haven't seen The Basketball Diaries. And here you are, teasing me with it. That's so mean.
Really young, every British actor in the 2000s in Band of Brothers too. It was. Well, Tom Hardy's fucking great, by the way. Have you seen Tom Hardy in the Cray Twins film? Oh, it's cool.
No, I haven't seen that. I want to see it. I've seen Tom Hardy give an interview. I love his interview style.
We might have to watch that tomorrow night.
Asks a stupid question, and Tom Hardy goes, "What a fucking stupid question. Next question."
Is the Cray Twins film called The Cray Twins, the more recent one, where he plays both brothers?
Yeah, I think so.
What a role.
Have you seen it?
Yes, it's fucking incredible. It's really good.
Office Space.
Thank you, Wigan. Thank you. What's it called? The Cray Twins one. I think it's called Cray Twins. It's like Black Hawk Down. Lots of famous actors. Yes. Is it called Legend? Is that what you're telling me? Or are you just calling me a legend? Look at them all calling me legends. Legend was so good. Is that the film? Maybe we'll watch that tomorrow night on date night.
Is that the one where the dog dies?
Legend? No, that's I Am Legend, which is Will Smith, not Tom Hardy playing the Cray Twins.
Oh,
I can see how you get easily confused with films. Tomorrow night we'll sit down on date night and I'll be like, oh, I'm watching Fight Club again. Can't wait for Dags and Caravans. I particularly like Simon Pegg and Joe in Shaun of the Dead. Brilliant. Who would play who? That's a great one. Who would play which team member? Ben, it's called Legend. No, they're just all calling me Legend, Ben. I'd love to know who would play each film member. Who plays Paddy?
In
any film. Who plays Paddy? In a film about the team, who plays Paddy?
Oh,
maybe Hugh Grant?
What, because he talks so posh-like?
Yeah, basically. It's just gone on the accent. That's what I've gone there. That's what I've done.
So we're not going for likeness.
Yeah. Joe would be Nick Frost. Easy.
I met Tom Hardy very briefly at a Viking festival last year with his family. Very nice guy.
How did you find him? Did you just follow the trail of wet pants? Eddie would be played by Warwick Davis.
I don't think we should ask Warwick to stoop so low.
Bobo went Peter Dinklage, same, right? Same. Oh, I love it. I never get bored of this. Paddy is rather handsome. He is rather handsome, yes. Brom would be Fassbender.
Who would be you?
Well, I can't make that decision. That's not for me to decide.
My dad said that you used to look like Jim Carrey when you
So
were
many
younger.
times. And so many times he'd say, you know, like Jim Carrey. And everyone's like, oh, I can see it. I'm like, no! They're
we'd-
nothing like him.
We'd have to get old Jim on the phone and be like, we're not paying you. We
No.
were just wondering
No.
if just for the shits and giggles you'd do it.
Warwick's too tall. Tom Hardy walks back in Stockton and Borough, apparently. His girlfriend is from the area. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. But yeah, I couldn't suggest who'd play Munus, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't know. I'm going to ignore that, Dave. That's my joke. He's wanting the classic.
Me.
There it is, yeah. That's not me with the beard, though. We've been through this. I look like Beacon when I have shaved my beard and I don't have a chin. My face kind of goes nose, mouth, neck. This is just not real chin. In all seriousness. At all. We didn't really talk about the topic at all tonight, to be fair. What would life be like without Warhammer? I can't be waiting shit and we moved on to other topics. Not really done that one at all very well tonight, to be fair. Brom would be Ralph Fiennes. I don't think he would. It's an older meme, but it checks out. What's that film that's from? Star Wars!
Oh, no. No.
It's an older code, but it checks out.
What is that, Welsh?
No, how dare you?
It
No.
sounded Welsh over
No,
here.
it didn't sound Welsh.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Stefan says, I'll be nice. Ryan Gosling as Liam. Who's Ryan Gosling? What's he in?
He was in The Notebook.
Nope.
He was also in the Barbie movie.
Nope.
I'm just Ken.
Nope, I've not seen that. Never intend to.
I don't know what else he's been in. He's been in loads, but
I've met Tom Hardy in Stockton Tesco. Lovely bloke and very down to earth. Currently, it's a stream of people that have been stalking Tom Hardy. But apparently, it's not just the women that follow him around sniffing the fucking things he leaves behind. In 2025, Liam would be played by Whoopi Goldberg. If Disney did the film, Carl, yeah, that's what would happen. New Blade Runner? Not seen that yet. Is it good? Just won against Death Guard by Blood Angels. Well done, dude. It was in Fall Guy. I've seen Fall Guy.
is that the Ryan Reynolds one?
Yeah. That's Fall Guy, isn't it, Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Gosling's in Fall Guy. Wait, what are we on about?
I don't know. Scooter says he was in Fall Guy.
Was he?
Which one's Fall Guy?
The one with Ryan Reynolds in.
Yeah, we just did that, but what's the kind of story?
He's in the computer game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's the AI.
Yeah, I know that one, yeah. I like that film a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Fall Guy. Mm-hmm. I am the illegitimate child of Brian Blessed.
Yes, you are.
Why?
You're so loud.
I'm not that loud.
Yes, you are.
No, it's just a fancy microphone.
No.
It's quiet here.
I'm right here.
I bet you barely hear me over there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's Free Guy, not Fall Guy.
Nearly.
Which one's Fall Guy?
So we've got 3 films I get confused about.
That's Free Guy. Fall Guy's a stunt driver. We're watching a film about a stunt driver and she'll be like, did you know they're in a computer scene?
Wait for the dogs and caravans bit.
Right from the dags and caravans. Fucking honestly.
It's got that Will Ferrell in.
Yeah.
You know, the elf man.
Yeah. And fucking John Cena starts singing Do They Know It's Christmas? All of her favourite films is blending into one. Honest to God. I'm the other end of the globe and I can hear you. No, you can't. Don't lie to me. Honest to God. Free Guy is a film I like. I'm an entire city where and I can still hear you. No, you can't. No wonder you two don't do films. It's a right headache. Fact. Razjin says, see, I said you should have a bingo card with random things on it. The Thanes do often play bingo.
Yeah.
They play
I don't
stream
know if
bingo.
they still play anymore.
I have no idea if they still play stream bingo, but they did make a big thing of it for a while. And it wasn't too long ago. One of them got it. One of them got bingo, which makes me think they still play it. To be fair. Eddie would be a child actor C in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Chamber of the Prisoner of the Goblet of the Deadly Phoenix, Princess Hallows, Book 9. I can hear you outside your front room. Carl lives in the bushes out there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it often smells of cum and fear. I've muted YouTube and I can still hear you. Thanks, Bobo. You fucking legend. You're all amazing people. All 101 of you new members are amazing people. All of you people that donated to the Super Chat goal are amazing people. 85 likes, though. 15 likes away, and we can call it a night. Jack Black as Liam. I love Jack Black.
Chat, for those of you who have seen the new Minecraft movie, because we are shooketh. Brom saw it and he said it wasn't that good.
Everyone I know who's seen it says it's shit.
Really?
Yes.
Is it meant to be amazing, or is it just stuff for the kids?
No, I don't think it's meant to be amazing. I think it's shit. Does anyone know what Eddie looks like anymore? A microphone can play him. We start right. So a big shout out to Roland Bain, by the way, who's basically carriages night with 70 members on his own. You're an absolute hero. I love you very dearly, Roland. Thank you. I thought when Roland flopped out his big dick and went for 50, some other people would copy, because last night Kevin and Yeston both flopped out their dicks and gifted 52. 3 50s in 2 nights, not a single one from John.
3 fiddies.
3 50.
3 fiddy.
I ain't got no goddamn 3 50. So yeah, I appreciate you, Roland. I thought maybe you'd start a train on and people would help you lift the audience. But you know, you're amazing. Complete garbage only mildly works if you blank all the live actors and focus on the Minecraft memes. Yeah, there you go. Complete garbage is Escapade. The Minecraft movie, gangs of kids are being little dickheads. Yeah, I've heard about that as well.
What, in the film?
In the cinema specifically. Wasn't there one where they let loads of fireworks off? Or something.
What is happening?
Yeah. I've heard things about what's going on. With 99 likes. Have you liked it, Luce?
Yeah.
You ready with your fact?
No.
Oh, fuck. As soon as we hit 100 likes, I'm just going to bang the fact button. It's a movie about Minecraft and people think it would be good. No. Bear's still a grey name, chat, as well. Bear, go on. You want to be a member, don't you? Go on. Go on, Bear. Go on. Jorfin, you want to be a member, don't you? Go on. Go on, people. You want to be members. Go on. Throwing popcorn and live chickens. Yeah, I heard that.
Live chickens?
One attacked my daughter while she was at work. She works at cinema, doesn't she? Dave's daughter.
What is going on?
Mm-hmm. Where's these members from Jorfin and Bear? Come on.
Makes me really sad.
And Razjin, where's his membership? Come on. And Shagger Haggis, what a great name. Where's his membership? And Nger, where's his? Hey? All these great names. And Ben M, alright? And that's his. And Fingers and Toes, what a great name. And Chris J. Where's all these great names with memberships? And Donald Cowie. I do still fight with Google Pay. Or fight harder. I'm joking. Are you ready to use fact?
Yeah.
We have, in fact, hit the like goal, hit the super chat goal, hit the membership goal.
Amazing.
What do we call them?
Best chat.
What do they get to listen to right now?
A loose fact.
You're a great glamorous assistant.
Ah.
Women hiccup less than men.
I don't believe that for a minute.
We'll wait for Yeston to validate it. Verify, validate.
He's busy gifting membership.
Because he's awesome.
He is fucking awesome, actually, Yeston is. I'll be honest with you. He's an absolute fucking legend. He did snipe one of the greys that I just spoke about as well, which is incredible. Thank you, Yeston, you legend. This is why I only go to cinema on midday and in term time and very few kids. Which is what we do, to be fair. Best channel. Not sure about that. Chat mostly think it's... Oh, no, it's one true, false, true, false, false, true, false. So far.
You see, Loose, they wait for Jack Black to shout, chicken jockey, and then they all lose their shit.
Why? Joffin, you just gifted a membership, you not become one yourself. Might be loose because they never stop talking. You can't have trapped air in your diaphragm if you're constantly exhaling, can you? Let's be honest. JK, thank you for the one gifted. Jorfin, thank you for the one gifted. You people are amazing. How's the Death Guard going? I've not done anything since yesterday. I built 3 Terminators, Dave. That's as far as I went. I'm trying... Right, I'm going to be honest with you, team. Okay. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. My intent this weekend is to do little to no hobby and have a bit of a reset. It's bank holiday weekend, right, here in the UK, because Good Friday today, Easter Sunday, and then what's it called on Monday? Is there a name for it?
Monday.
Is it just called Easter Monday?
Yeah.
There's not a special name for it like Good Friday?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we've got the Easter bank holiday this weekend, and I'm going to try and just... I said to Luce earlier, I could tell that I was feeling a lot more relaxed this morning because I was bumping into door frames and I'm so tired. It was less like uptight though, it's just because I was like kind of bimbling around, which is quite nice. So I did some work first thing, had an accountant meeting, etc. And I'm going to try and chill out a bit this weekend and hope that these eyes, see the state of these eyes?
Clinical observations show hiccups are more common in men. A theory is that hormonal differences, particularly estrogen, may offer some protective effect for women. Anatomy and physiology differences, including nerve pathways //
Razid, thank you for becoming a member all by yourself. Check out Discord if you really enjoy the Discord. ! Discord. If you do really enjoy the Discord, strongly consider the upgrades later. Jarls, so Skald is just a slightly higher Hasir, essentially. They're basically the same, but you're choosing to support the channel more, obviously. You get a 5% discount, I think it is, on merchandise as well. Jarls get Jarls only giveaway, and then there's more and more. All right, the Jarls only giveaway isn't listed on YouTube because we're not allowed to. So, yeah. Play some GTA, love that game. I might do for you, just for you, wee man. But thank you, and thank you, Yeston, for the $20 as well. You're an absolute legend. Jay has asked, does 2 super chats and a membership not count for a hat trick? Bugger. Were they different values?
No, they were both yellows.
They're both yellows. They've got to be different, Jay. If you do a $1.99 blue one, you'll get it. If you want a ding right at the end. Do you want a ding? Do you want a ding? Do you want a ding? Movie date night could be worse. I love her, but my girlfriend can't remember what she watched last week. So we debate what to watch and then end up watching The Matrix for the 7th millionth time.
Yeah.
The first one, I hope. If it's the first one, Bear, it's all right, isn't it? It's a good one, that one. Easter Monday's posh name is Monday of the Angel, or Bright Monday, by the way.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that before. I don't disbelieve you, Dave. Never heard that before. Dave, have you found your way into the Thanes WhatsApp chat this evening? Before we disappear. Have you found your way into the Thanes WhatsApp chat? It's important. you want a ding in the end? Yeah, it's usually fun. Okay, the first one's fine. The second one's the third one's after that it is also shit. But the second and third are pretty shit.
For the ding.
Thanks, Jay.
Come on, bouncy dog. Doggo cam. Done. There you go. Quick doggo cam. Quick excited doggo cam.
I am crazy tired.
Are you?
Yeah.
Dog. We'll put that second coat of paint on tomorrow morning then.
Yeah. I wonder if chat have ever heard Emmy's song.
Emmy's what?
Emmy's song.
Song?
Yeah.
What's her song?
Who's an Emmy dog? Who's an Emmy dog? She's my Emmy dog. She's my Emmy dog. That's her song. And she can be sniffing a bush or chasing a squirrel. And the minute I start singing it, the tail wags. Because she knows that's her song.
I'm sorry, chat.
Who's an Emmy dog? Who's an Emmy dog?
This year is the first time I saw someone put ash on their forehead on Ash Wednesday.
Oh.
Is that a thing? Lucy's losing it, yeah, I know.
I didn't know people did that.
Your screen's playing disco screen again.
It is,
I want a cup of tea in bed.
yeah.
Right, you people are fucking incredible. Keep an eye on Discord if you specifically want some more company at some point. Maybe Monday, I think, possibly, I'm not sure, for Vag content, right? And then we've got the normal hobby stream in the evening. Tuesday, slightly different. Instead of the Liam and Joe show, there'll be something different. It's either more Vlad or it's the Liam and Paddy show. In the evening, Brom gets to play Paddy for, I think, the first time ever on stream. And then I'll be producing. Wednesday, we're back with the Warhammer show. Thursday, more Liam and Joe show. Another live game of 40k. And then on Friday, next week, this time next week, there is no After Dark. Do you know why? Do you know why, Lise?
Why?
Because we'll be in Cosmos
Oh, yeah.
with the Thanes. We'll be in Cosmos with the Thanes next Friday.
Thanks, Adrian.
Eating food and shit.
Yeah.
Adrian, thank you for the 5 gifted and you got yourself a ding. Someone fit Ash on their forehead. He's not that big, to be fair. He's not that big, right? So thank you so much for hanging out, you wonderful human beings. There will be a bonus Fad stream at some point to try and make up for the lack of After Dark next week, but we'll be entertaining the Thanes at Cosmos for the Thanes weekend in the studio. I think that's everything from us tonight. Before we disappear, however, Luce, anything you'd like to say to these wonderful human beings?
Best chat.
Best chat. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in Vag or on Monday evening. If not, we'll see you in the next one.